I'm just eating Bill's Girl Scout pretzels on here. He left for 10 minutes and we've eaten half the bag.
Thin mint.
Mm. You can't see it up there quite, but Alaskan Gypsy.
Mm-hmm.
We're aboard the Alaskan Gypsy. I know it looks like we're in a house, but this is actually a boat
Mm-hmm.
that's a house now.
It's our new house.
I sold my house about 2.5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Audrey sold her house about 2 years ago.
Year and a half ago.
And this is now, we had a boat, still do, called the White Eagle. It's 44 foot, bought it in Petersburg. It's a live aboard motor sailor, which 2 people can live aboard, but doesn't really feel like a home. It's more like a capable boat that you can stay on for sure and be pretty comfortable. This is the Alaskan Gypsy. It's also a Thomas Colvin design, but instead of 44 feet long, it's 66 feet long and a lot wider. And it literally feels like a house.
Yeah.
It has a workshop, washing machine and dryer, shower, bathroom, bedroom with bunks, master bedroom, big galley, kitchen, seating area, office area, and then piloting area, pilot house. And then, of course, power and generation and wind generator and all the things that you want to live. It's like a cabin on the
Yeah.
ocean. In fact, it's bigger,
Mm-hmm.
more comfortable, with more storage and space than the cabin we lived in for the last year.
It's true. Yeah. And this we can take anywhere and it's ours. So we can, once we repair it, once we do the work on the hull, we can start to make the inside exactly what we want, up to date. And had a little moment though unpacking, went into the master bedroom and Scott's putting his clothes in drawers for the first time in
There's drawers under
two and
the
a half
master.
years.
There's drawers under the master bed, and there's 4 drawers there on my side, and there's 4 drawers on Audrey's side, and then there's 4 more drawers on the nightstand in the cupboard. And it's like I haven't had my own drawers, and even honestly, I was married for 10 years and lived in a huge house. I don't even think I had more than 3 drawers in that house. I had a closet area. I feel like this is the first time in a very long time that I've had a drawer I can put my pants in, a drawer I can put my shirts in, a drawer I can put my socks and underwear in, and a drawer I can put my computer in. I don't know. And that's just in the bedroom. Out here, I was just looking around. There's office drawers. There's a bookshelf. There's storage under the seats. There's storage. There's just a lot of storage on this boat. And it's really amazing. I think like, we can put all of our things in a place and we don't have to build that place first.
Right. We just have to remember where we put it all. There's so many little.
Nothing will ever be more than 60 feet away from you.
How many doors do you have to open up and cushions do you need to move to find that'll be me.
This boat was designed and built by a couple that retired on it, and the builder, Dave Herchert, was a boat builder. He had built hundreds of boats, and this was his dream boat, his retirement boat, whatever. And so there's so many things on this boat that I see that just make it clear that it was designed and
Mhm.
built by someone who knew what would make a boat comfortable to live on long term in 4 seasons in Alaska.
Yeah.
And it's really remarkable.
Yeah. This is the beginning of our journey. We've been down here before to see the boat and um purchase it, and now we're back to move the boat. And we just took a ferry over here from Craig, and we're not quite ready. We have a couple of things still to fix, but in a couple of days we're going to be moving the boat up to Wrangell, like an 8 to 10 hour boat ride at about 8 knots. And
Here's the scary part.
once we get to Wrangell,
The
we'll go.
bottom of the boat is rotten.
Yeah, it's true. So, yeah, it's a really nice house on top with plenty of room for everything, but the bottom needs some serious help. So,
Yeah, it's an old steel boat, and the previous owner had a very busy life and was going through some major life transitions himself at the time, and just wasn't able to keep up on the maintenance like he wanted to. and the hull did suffer indeed. And it's kind of a sad story in all respects. But he's been very generous and so, I guess generous is the word. He's been so generous and helpful in this process. He really feels bad that he wasn't able to keep up on the boat like he wanted to. He loves this boat like a child, and he's been so supportive of us becoming owners of it and knowing that we have a lot of work to do to get her into a 100% seaworthy state for many years to come. So needs a lot of work. That's invisible work right now. It's all below the waterline, and it's worthy. It's a worthy project, but it's going to be a big project. And today, I'm just walking around enjoying and appreciating how wonderful it is. The sun is coming in through all these beautiful overhead lights and the portholes and all the storage space and this the room. I can sit here and look up to the bow to the workshop, workbench, bandsaw. I got my welder there. All the tools are there. It's amazing.
This is a very open concept for a boat. It definitely feels like you have space.
Yeah, I'm sitting here. I can see all the way to the bow of the boat through the hallway. It's probably 50 feet away from me right now. And nice clear path, wide hallway,
Yeah.
easy walk through.
Yeah. Easy to haul your big bags through. We just took another boat for a customer, different kind of boat, fast boat, down to I guess to Craig from Homer. And it's just so exciting. I'm just so reminded of how much I love being on the water, living on the water, sleeping on the water. And I think the dream, the excitement of like someday, not yet, but someday. I mean, we will sleep on this boat for the next couple weeks while we're down here working on it. Um, but someday we'll be able to take her wherever we want
And be at home there.
and be at home
Have
there
all of our
and sleep
things.
there. Yes. It's just like
Workshop,
literally the dream come true, like
computer, full
happening.
kitchen,
And
chest
we
freezer,
have some work and some
canned food.
investment of time and effort and resources to get her to that point where she can be our home for the next 40 plus years. But we're on the path and I'm super excited. So I don't know. I kind of want to go walk around and show them some of the sunshiny spots, but
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
maybe we go
Really nice.
walk out on the deck.
It feels a little bit like the calm before the storm, though,
It does.
knowing that in a couple days it's going to get pulled out of the water, and old Donnie Sorick in Wrangle is going to look at me and he's going to say something like, "Do you want the good news or the bad news?" Could just imagine he's going to go, "The good news is you're not going to sink because you're on land now. The bad news is this thing isn't going back in the water until it gets a new bottom on it. That's going to cost you $1 million and take 3 years."
Then we'll be homeless.
And I'll
for
say,
3
"Donnie,
years.
I don't have $1 million, so what can I do to help out around here?" I don't know what it'll look like, but I think there's going to be an emotional roller coaster. We're going to drive it out of the harbor, and we're going to cruise through the southeast inside passages. There'll be whales spouting, rainbows, mountains,
Yeah.
and then we're going to get it pulled out, and it's going to be buckle up, because you're about to take this nice boat and start welding and cutting and grinding, and it's going to be fumes and dirt and smoke, and it's going to have big holes in it, and it's going to have to get put back together with a lot of money, love, and labor.
Money, love, and labor. Well, I've got the love part down.
But it's worth it.
Yeah, it's totally worth it. We had a survey done on it, and the surveyor confirmed what our hearts have told us and research over the past few years for Scott particularly, and that is like this is a really unique vessel, one of a kind in Alaska, maybe one of a kind in general. And we just couldn't let the opportunity pass us by. I mean,
Because we had emotionally bought it 10 times over before we knew how
we
much
were
it cost.
pretty gutted when we found out the condition of the hull because we thought that there was no way we were going to be able to. Well, I thought, like, my dream went from we're moving on this boat this summer with the whole family to we might not be able to get this boat.
Wow.
And then turns out, well, we still can get this boat. We just
Well, for me, it was a little different because I didn't know how much the boat was going to cost
Yeah.
because the owner was very clear that he wasn't going to even really talk price very specifically until we had assessed the condition of the bottom because he had cause for concern. And so I knew that the boat's price could range from something I might be able to afford, to something I absolutely could not afford. And I was not sure where it was going to be. And honestly, I don't think he knew because he was
Right.
waiting to find out. And he was just being very reasonable and patient about the whole process. And um, well, when we found out that it was in very bad shape, the situation became not whether I can afford to buy the boat, it became whether I can afford to fix the boat. I just have to be able to afford to fix it.
Yeah.
But luckily, that should be able to take place over the course of months, if not years,
Yeah.
at at my own pace a little bit. There'll be expenses, there'll be some unavoidable significant costs to just even parking it on land in Wrangell. If it gets cut up enough to where it can't go back in the water, I have to pay to store it there, and that's not going to be cheap. But I'm sure I can figure out a way to afford that. And then once the work commences, it'll be a lot of steel. Even if I'm doing most of the work myself, it'll be a very heavy investment, literally tons
Yeah.
of steel.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah. And when we found out the damage, just to clarify, I was just speaking to the current owner of the boat. Wasn't sure that we'd want to buy it
oh, yeah.
after. It was like, are you sure? You know?
Yeah. Now he knows how much we love it, though.
Yeah.
And we can't help ourselves.
No, it is like, and don't let my like lack of enthusiasm fool you. I've got like 3 hours of sleep last night. But it feels so good to be here. And I just can't wait to paint the walls and get rid of like the robin eggshell color on the wall. Maybe some new cushions.
We'll have to photograph it well before we start updating it
Yeah.
because it's kind of a legacy piece. It was
Yeah,
basically
it is.
an older couple. This was their retirement
Yeah.
home. They launched it in 1992 and lived on it for over 20 years.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing.
That
This
is
was their home
incredible.
for 20 years.
Amazing.
They really took good care of it.
They sure did.
And
Can't wait to finish her up.
she's due for an updating and a refresh. And we got the young energy and enthusiasm to do it.
Yeah.
So it's going to be super fun.
Yeah, it is.
There's a lot of little things that I can improve along the way,
Oh yeah.
just little bits here and there, and repair and bring her back to all of her glory, but for the new century.
Yeah. Yeah, the owner's wife, she said to me, just a little bit ago that the boat is happy that we bought it because we're
Hmm.
gonna take good care of it. And she also said that this boat had good energy when she bought it and still has good energy. And I feel that too. It was just like, oh man,
It
feels
feels
like
so good to
home.
be on it, you
It
know.
just feels good. We were just on a really sweet boat, just like oh, so much smaller than this, but really fast. And like you could sit on the bed, which also was a table, but you could make it into a bed and sit there and just have windows like all around you. And you feel like you're kind of just sitting on the water, which was really cool, but also didn't really feel like home, you know? Like
It's a beautiful weekend
it was
experience.
an amazing experience. And I am so grateful for it. And I will absolutely not turn down those opportunities in the future. Super cool. But the feeling of home is something about this boat that is unique. I haven't felt that. I haven't felt that since we've known each other in the last couple of years.
I think part of it is it has all the parts. It's got a bed that's kind of quiet and sheltered feeling.
Yeah,
It has a
like our
dining
bedroom.
area that the windows are fogged and need buffed or replaced, portholes. And once they are, you'll be able to sit here and have pretty good view. Not
Hmm.
like looking into the water, but looking at the mountains and things around for sure. And then you can walk up there and you can have the pilot house view and you can sit up there and work or eat or read or whatever. It's comfortable. It's got all these areas like a home does. You got your kitchen and your living room and your bedroom and your deck. And that's something that this boat offers is all these areas that can fit your mood or the weather or the
Hmm.
conditions. If you're motoring, you can be up looking around or you can come down and kind of shelter, burrow in or And a small boat just can't do that. You're kind of, you're in the boat. It's got one sort of way of experiencing it.
Yeah.
You can go out the door or in the door, and that's kind of it. Here, you
Yeah.
can go through all these levels of privacy or shelter or function.
Yeah.
And it's not like you have to put away the dishes from lunch before you can sit down.
Right. It's true.
You could be cooking and exercising and fishing.
Yeah.
And all those things all could be happening at once
Yeah.
and just be fine.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny you bring up the privacy because it's just kind of funny on the other boat just recently, the first day before I really got to know the boat, there was some weather and we learned, the boat, there was some breaking waves. Anyway, I had some energetic tears I needed to release. And I was hoping to do that in privacy because my daughter on the boat and I don't want to freak her out. And so
Nowhere to go.
I tried to cry in 3 different places, but I couldn't. I was caught out in everyone.
Everybody knew she was crying in every spot.
Dang it. I even went and hid under the hole. Ah. Oh, well. It worked out. That was the only day that I cried. That was the worst of it. Haven't cried yet on the Gypsy, but I'm sure I will. Cried on the White Eagle.
I could cry with happiness.
Yeah, I know. I think I'll cry when we pull it out of the water.
Oh, it's gonna be painful.
Yeah. But for now, we have 3 really beautiful nights that we get to stay on it, on the water. This is the beginning. The reason we're making this video right now is we've been on here before touring it and our excitement. But this is the beginning for us. We just literally got the keys handed to us. And this is the beginning of our journey that we're excited to share with you. Turning a beautiful, original dream boat created by a retired welder in Alaska, Thomas Colvin design.
Yeah, I got
Alaska.
onto a Facebook group because I wanted to find out what Colvin design this boat was. He was a prolific nautical engineer, I guess you'd say, and he designed a lot of boats. In fact, our boat, the White Eagle, was designed by him, but they were built by a lot of different people. He issued the designs. People would hire him to make a design, and I'm not sure if he built boats or not, actually. I'm sure he had boat building experience, but it's not like he was a high production shipyard necessarily, though maybe he was. But this boat is called the Alaskan Gypsy. And I posted a photo of it on this group and I said, does anybody recognize this design? I don't have Colvin's books. I'm just curious what design it might be. Love to learn more about it. And somebody said, I think it's the Gypsy. And I thought they were joking. I thought it was like they read the name of the boat and they're like, you dummy, it's called the Gypsy. But Colvin actually had a design called the Gypsy. And it was not exactly like this one. I'm just looking at the drawing of it on its breaker panel there, and it was reminding me of the designer's sketch. And he sketched out the Gypsy, and it was actually designed to be. It's obviously not a large ship in terms of how large ships get, but it's pretty large for a small ship. And it's one of the larger ships that he was known for designing. He designed a lot of 40 to 50 up to 60. This is a 66 footer, 19 and a half feet wide. But it was called a modest freight hauler is kind of how you imagine it. Sail powered freight hauler could be manned by a small crew. 3 masts gave a lot of different sailing options for a small crew. And but this is the Alaskan version because it has a big pilot house. The initial design he had didn't have a pilot house on it at all. And it would be meant to be steered from on deck like most sailboats are. So this is the Alaskan Gypsy.
Our dream.
It's got the nice pilot house with big windows, heat, and sort of a commercial, Alaskan commercial look. It fits in with the commercial boats around here, but it's obviously its own thing.
Way cooler.
We're in the land of cool boats, though.
We are.
Southeast Alaska is full of fascinating boats.
It's true.
So much marine history here, so many old wooden boats.
Really enjoy being here.
Built for function and efficiency, to live aboard comfortably and fish efficiently.
It's pretty cool.
Small engines, efficient hulls, comfortable cabins, Really super inspiring just to see all these boats and the lifestyles that they support. There's a lot of people here that spend their whole summer on their boat.
A lot of people who live on their boat.
Some, yeah.
Yeah, in the
In the
harbor.
harbors.
Yeah.
The trollers are mostly seasonal, but
Yeah.
we talked to a guy on the radio. He was like, "Yeah, I'm out fishing. I won't be home until October."
Yeah, I think that's so cool.
On a little boat, half or
Yeah.
quarter the size of this.
Yeah, yeah.
But I
No,
think he's
it's
just on there by
it's
himself.
just a lifestyle, you know, and I think Southeast is so rich in the history, but it's also got just really abundant wildlife in the summer and cool places to explore. And, you know, I don't know how it's going to work out because we're up in, you know, a little farther north and south central. But I'm hoping that we get to spend some more time down in Southeast. Lots of
It's the
time in
beauty of this
Southeast.
boat.
Like maybe a summer.
Efficiency. It was built with efficiency in mind. So even on a unemployed pirate's wages, you might be able to afford to bring a boat like this to Southeast or to South Central. I would say Prince William Sound and Southeast are areas we'll probably frequent the most.
Yeah, that's so exciting. It's like literally a dream come true. But on that note, it's a dream come true for us, but it's also quite the journey. And we've
Right
got
now,
a path ahead.
need to get the hydraulics working so that we can use the anchor when we leave the harbor. And got a new pump to put in to try and get the water working for domestic water. And so work to do, and it's daytime. Better get going.
Yeah. And subscribe and follow along. Our journey is going to be exciting. Gonna be some ups and downs.
Here comes
And
Bill.
some adventures on the way. So, okay. Stay tuned.
Ahoy!